Salutations and one of these! Hello to anyone who's watching. Bit of a random upload, but today I thought I would just do a little unscripted video about me just giving my rambling opinions about the Battle for Azeroth beta, because yes, this nobody got into the beta. Because I'm special. I'm kidding, I want to give away from Sharma, right? I had a bad limerick, a bad rhyme, a very shitty dad joke about WoW. I want a beta key. Anyway, so let's talk the beta. First thing you do, obviously, is I copy my character over, my Warlock. First thing I did was I tested Destruction. Now, I already did a little bit of Destruction in the PTR, just to see the new abilities, animations, all that hullabaloo. And I went to do the Battle for Lordaeron scenario. Granted, I'm slightly alliance biased, but my Warlock is Horde. So I looked at that, and honestly, that was a good scenario. I gotta say, they're taking a lot of what they learned in Legion. And we'll get to more stuff related to that in a bit when it comes to like leveling and stuff. Like the scenarios and the intro to an expansion, they've taken a lot of what they learned from Legion and they're putting it to effect. That scenario was really, really good. I hate Sylvanas with a passion. I might main a Horde, but I still hate Sylvanas with a burning passion. I want her to die. And guess this would be the time to mention that, yeah, there's gonna be some spoilers in this video from what I talk about and some of the background footage, but hey, it's a beta video, so what do you expect? So the starting scenario was good. Can't judge the big bad cutscene because it's not implemented yet. And then we went to Zandalar. Zuldazar. Straight back troll place. Yeah. I gotta say, right from the outset, one of the most beautiful zones ever. I'm not really a troll guy. I'm not really into like the whole troll theme, aesthetic, but I gotta say, like the Zandalari trolls with that like Mayan, Inca, Aztec esque vibe, like in their architecture, all the blues and golds and greens in the color scheme. Love that. The music is stellar. The models are so good. And I gotta say, Princess Talanji, one of my new favorite characters. I didn't really like her at first. I thought she was kind of annoying and princessy, but I gotta say, when you rescued her from that scenario in Stormwind, along with Prophet Zul, she kind of annoyed me a little bit. She was kind of like a princess, like, whatever. But she started to get a bit more grit to her, a bit more bravery, a bit more fire, passion. As you progress through the zone, she'd given her father some lip, who was King Rastakhan. Awesome guy, by the way. And yeah, she's become quickly one of my favorite characters, probably. I guarantee she's going to be still one of my favorites when I do all the other zones. I think she's still going to be one of my favorites. Speaking of favorites, Nazmir is the only zone I've completed. I've done a little bit of like the Kultiras stuff, and I've looked at Vol'dun a little bit, but Nazmir, dude, that zone is fucking awesome. Like, again, they've taken a lot of what they learned from Warlords and Legion with the bonus objectives, very, very well interwoven into the questing. Like, you'll get a couple base quests from one or two NPCs that take you to kill and collect and get one elite, farm some this and that in the area, and then about halfway through, you get a bonus objective that you'll just organically fill the bar as you're completing your side quest. So it doesn't take you too far out of the way, but it gives you extra stuff to do, so it's a bit less kill this, collect this. You're interacting with the whole area at that point, which I kind of like. Nazmir's got a really cool vibe, the blood trolls, the dinosaurs, all that blood stuff. Yeah, I played a lot of Bloodborne a little while back, so like all the blood stuff looks really cool. And I gotta say, the Tortolans, I think that's what they are, the Tortolans, that new turtle race. I'm not really sold on their voice acting, being like a voice acting nerd, I guess. I'm not really sold on their voice acting at all, but I like them as a race. They're cool, they're funny, they're sassy, they like telling stories, they like traveling and adventuring. They're kind of like Pandaren, but a little bit more boring, I guess. I don't know. I like them. They're sassy. They're cool. I like them. The pacing of the story in Nazmir was really cool. It kind of reminded me of what we did in Val Shara. We had to get the help of like the 3 different arc druids. Claw, yeah, the cat, the bear, and the Ilothyr. We had to get the help of 3 arch druids, but in this one, we're getting the help of Loa. And let's just say 2 of them don't work out too well. One of them's a massive frog. And then we start making deals with Wam Samdi, the Loa of Death. And of course, being that I think Vol'jin really got the shaft in Legion, this whole time I'm thinking, like, we're making deals. Like, we're literally making deals with Wam Samdi, who's the Loa of Death. And this whole time I'm thinking, like, we gotta make a deal with him that brings Vol'jin back. Please, please, please. An expansion where trolls have a large amount of relevance and the Loa are very relevant. And the fact that Vol'jin just should come back anyway because he got shafted. Please bring back Vol'jin. Come on, Wam Samdi, bring me back my Vol'jin. All he did was tell us that we were the general and then he got shanked. Alright, so aside from the zones, the dungeons. The dungeons are hard to comment on because I'm not max level yet. As of time of recording, I'm only level 118 on the main character I've been testing on, and I've not been blasting through. I've been enjoying. What I do is, when I'm on the beta, I take my time living through the beta and I see everything for the first time, so I can get through it in a nice timely manner on live, so I can start doing dungeons and raids and stuff, and maybe helping my friends out, because I've been there already, I know what to do. But the dungeons, it's hard to really tell with them because the way our stats are scaled, they're scaling, the scaling technology from Legion is carrying over to BFA. Our stats are weighted differently when we're lower leveled. Like, I was at my most powerful at 110. I was doing like 50% of the total dungeon damage, at least in some cases, at 110 because of how stats are scaled. I was talking to a few other people and they're like, yeah, welcome to being 110. The closer you get to 120, the more your power kind of just, balances out and lowers, and we're all kind of the same. So with so many people, like, if you get like a 112 tank, a 110 healer, or whatever, like, no one's gonna die. The tank's gonna pull everything and be fine, and we're just gonna nuke the fuck out of it. So I'm reserving judgment until like I'm max level, and like a couple of my friends and guildies are also in the beta. So at some point I'm gonna get them all together when we're max level. We're gonna do some stuff there. I'll probably have a follow up to this, maybe. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just add a comment. I don't know. But I'm reserving judgment entirely. But the dungeons, I was gonna say they're mechanically kind of boring, but again, it's hard to tell because we never really have to worry about it because no one ever hardly dies. Still, avoid this, stand in that, soak that, move away, kill the ad. Move, this one's an ad fight, The dungeons weren't super interesting as well. They look cool. Like, they have a really cool theme. There's constant voice acting, like the Warcraft 3 speech bubbles that we saw in Legion as well. I like those. They're cool. They're just not super riveting. The mechanics, like, they're undertuned. And that might just be for beta purposes, just so we can see how they work, and then they'll retune them for live, or because we're not max level yet, and the stat scaling and stuff. But my only critique for the dungeons is that they're undertuned. So far, that's really the only thing I can say, but again, since it's still beta, take that with a pinch of salt. Alright, and now for the last little comment the only thing I can say is about class changes and stuff. Now, the only thing I played extensively on the beta was Warlock. I did the opening scenario with my Horde Mage, my Alliance Prot Pally, but that's really about it. Like, in terms of, like, testing to any extensive manner, it's just been my Warlock. My Blood Elf Warlock. Destruction's my main spec. That's what I played throughout Warlords. That's what I played throughout Legion. That's what I'm gonna be playing in BFA. It's really good. I hope they bring back Hellfire, because we had Hellfire on like a previous beta build, and like right when I got beta, it disappeared. I'm hoping to God they bring that back. But it's really fun. It's not a whole lot different. There's a few different things here and there, but I think I like the talents are a bit more niche. Like, this is your complete AoE. You don't have to, like, the new version of Soul Harvest, which more or less is the same thing, is not in the AoE tier anymore. Like there's a Rain of Fire related talent, and like a couple other things. Like the tiers are a bit more, within themselves, if that makes any sense. Like, they're more related to a specific role, which I kind of like. Like this isn't just like AoE single target or cleave talent tier. It's, do you want AoE like this, or like this kind of a thing, which I like. It's kind of more choice in a way. It might not be as interesting, but to me is more choice. The new animations are quality. I'm loving these new animations. I was very skeptical about them. Like, Incinerate, I'm still not really sold on. It just looks like a flickery little firecracker. Not really a fan. Chaos Bolt, I used to think it just looked like a glob of goo. It looks epic. I like it. I'm going to miss the Dragon Head, not going to lie, because that was, for the longest time, that was the coolest spell in the game. But I'm okay with the blob. Cataclysm and Rain of Fire are amazing as well. Summoning an Inferno looks really cool. But Demonology. Again, I got beta right after a lot of the ridiculously cheesy stuff was in the builds. Like, the Demonic Commander isn't, like, soloing the boss damage pretty much in dungeons anymore. They fixed that. Soulfire works a bit different. Soulfire isn't even on Demo anymore. Destro has that, and just that right now, which is weird because Demo had Soulfire and Warlords, but not in Legion. And like, I don't know. I think Soulfire should be in at least 2 specs. It's a cool spell, and they've changed what they've done with it. Like, they're changing little things here and there, but like, you have to look for it. Like, they're not. You don't have, like, beta doesn't have patch notes. You know what I mean? Like, you got to figure stuff out in the beta yourself, which is fine. But bring Soulfire back to Demo, please. It's cool. Bring Hellfire back to Destro, please. It's cool. I like the new Demo revamp. It was boring as shit, I think, in Legion. Like, it worked, But it was like, get a bunch of demons, empower them, do the crackly thingy, or whatever it's called, demon wrath. Demonic empowerment, demon wrath, summon a bunch of demons. Bleh. It was so boring. And for me, the highlight of fun was seeing how many demons I can have active when Doom finished ticking. For like a big, 5.5 million crit or some shit. Woohoo. Great. Great fun. But I like how with Doom, it's interesting again. If it kills something, it's pretty much back to vanilla style of Doom. When it's done dealing damage, and if it kills somebody, it's got a 5% chance to spawn a Doom Guard. Doom Guards are actually interesting again. If you see a Doom Guard, you know something cool just happened. Thank you. So permanent Doom Guards just were so boring. I'm glad they're interesting again. Maybe not super interesting, but they're a bit cooler now that you don't see them all the time, which I really do like. Also, I like that, you spawn a fuck ton of wild imps, you see them right next to you, and you just have this army following you. You can spawn things from the nether. Prince Malchezaar procced from the nether rift ability. Like, that was really cool. I had Prince Malchezaar dual wielding his axes for like 10 seconds while I was fighting, in the world. Okay, fine, whatever. That was cool, I guess. But yeah, Demo is a lot cooler. It was fun in Pandaria. It was fun in Warlords. It was kind of meh in Legion. I respected what they tried to do in Legion. It's like with Legion, they had a really good idea, but they ran out of ideas of what to actually do with the overhaul halfway through. That's what it seemed like. Now they have a much more focused vision, I think, and they're much better executing what they wanted to do with the spec. I might actually play it. Like, when I'm leveling on the beta, I've not just been sticking to Destro like I usually do in Legion. I'm actually going back and forth from Demo to Destro quite a bit. So, that's good. Affliction. Still boring as ever. The only thing I can really say in favor of Affliction is the fact that Drain Soul is not baseline. It's a talent. So at least now we can be spamming Shadow Bolts, which, is better than just channeling Drain Soul, I guess. I've not tested it too extensively because, honestly, it's not that interesting. It's not leaps and bounds different than it was in Legion. It's fine. It works. And due to the way dots scale with gear, it's probably going to be the most powerful anyway. Whatever. But we'll see how it works out. So, overall summation about Warlocks. I like what they're doing with them. It all works out really well. It's really fun. It flows. It doesn't try to do anything, too crazy. Like, everything just works. Like, the specs, they work. I like them a lot. Well, 2 out of 3 of them. The leveling is really, really fun. I haven't done all the zones, but Nazmir is a quality fucking zone. That's clearly the most complete one so far. Love it. Can't wait to do that again on live and, do it with my friends and see what they think of it. And, of course, all the lore implications. I'm a big lore guy. Not quite as much as I used to be, but I'm still big into the lore, so I'm always down to talk lore. Come at me, Pyromancer. Warlock and lore guy. Yeah, so, yeah, little unscripted, rambly video about my thoughts on the beta. If anyone else has beta, tell me what you think about it. And if there's anything you want me to, I doubt that anyone's going to watch this, but if there's anything that you want me to make videos on, if there's anything you want me to cover or anything, if you're not already watching your favorite YouTuber do that already, then let me know, I guess. Comments are always fun. Interaction's always fun. But I'm done rambling for today, and until you see me again next Blood Moon, live well.